average American household owns 300,000 objects.
This is sort of the dark side of capitalism, right? If you think about what is ultimately the most successful version of capitalism, is that we would all be addicted.
It's not sort of a defect or a dysfunction of particular people. It's built into the economic logic of our society and particularly of our economy.
The United States came out of World War II with high ambitions for a prosperous post-war period. And that prosperity was expected to be dependent increasingly on mass consumption. Factories that had produced planes, for example, would now go back to producing cars, washing machines, lots of modern appliances that people had not really been in a position to purchase during the Great Depression.
The United States came to define itself as a consumer paradise of sorts.
In the US, there's about 23 square feet of retail space per person, and that's higher than any other developed country. So countries within Europe, they're looking at retail footage like 9, 10, 11 square foot per person. Because when you travel overseas, it's not that you don't see consumption, but there's also a different attitude in the US. Some of it comes from just like we have all of this space, and so we feel like we need to fill it, but that we've somehow come on to this belief that if you buy something, you can become a certain person.
So to be a consumer is to be an emitter of carbon. We think about carbon as coming from sources of production, from refineries and from tailpipes of cars, but every product that we consume has embodied carbon. And given the nature of globalized systems of production and consumption, many of the most tragic impacts occur in faraway places around the planet.
In clinical care, I was seeing more and more people coming in depressed, anxious, not able to sleep, not able to thrive in their lives because we're not consuming to solve problems or meet basic survival needs. We're actually consuming in a way that releases so much dopamine in our brain's reward pathway that our brains have to then compensate by decreasing dopamine transmission, not just to baseline, but below baseline, which contributes to the cycle of compulsive overconsumption. So I really began to think, wow, it's overabundance itself, which is contributing to this kind of state of despair.
You know, human beings do three things really well, and they always have: create, communicate, and collaborate. And as consumers, we also have to be very careful and realize how powerful we are and where we spend our money and our time.
You can't shame people. You can't say, don't buy this. You can't say, stop doing Shein hauls. You have to make a sustainable lifestyle seem desirable. And so I think that if you have that with small subcultures of people, just like how influencers work, you have one person that gets on to TikTok and posts this product and they influence a small subset of people, and then that small subset then reaches more people and an idea spreads.
And so, we have people participating in community-supported agriculture programs. We have people participating in local energy cooperatives and other forms of intentional community.
You have to change the culture around it. You have to change what's normal or what is seen as desirable. That's how you get real, lasting, meaningful change.